Quick question. If your neighborhood gets tense and people start getting stopped, questioned, searched, what are you holding that won't get you targeted? Because here's the reality. Sometimes the problem isn't just defense. Sometimes the problem is attention. The wrong-looking rifle can bring the wrong kind of heat, and the wrong caliber can leave you empty-handed when you need it most. So today, we're building a practical loadout. Stuff that can feed your family, stuff that can defend your home, stuff that can stay low profile when it has to. 12 firearms, no fluff, no fantasy. And number one is the rifle a lot of seasoned guys keep within reach for one reason. They know what works when everything else fails. Let's start at number 12. Number 12. Ruger 1022. And before somebody jumps in with a .22 long rifle doesn't belong in a war loadout, that mindset can get your family hurt badly. The Ruger 1022 has been rolling off the line non-stop since 1964. Over 8 million built. It's the most produced rifle in American history. When society cracks and people get desperate, .22 long rifle turns into the single most valuable cartridge on earth. Why? Because you can carry 1,000 rounds in a small backpack pocket. You can't do that with anything else. Here's what the glossy prepper magazines don't like to say out loud. In basically every modern conflict where regular civilians had to feed their families, Bosnia, Ukraine, Venezuela, the little rimfire rifle did the hard work, not the big battle rifle. The .22 rabbits, squirrels, birds, wild dogs, even deer up close when the shot is placed right. And when you run subsonic ammo, the sound is quieter than a hand clap. That matters when you don't want every hungry person within 2 miles realizing you just got dinner. A Ruger 1022 runs about $350 new. Magazines are $10. 1,000 rounds of bulk .22. Long rifle runs around $80. Nothing else on this list gives you that much capability for under $500 total. If you only have the money for one rifle right now, and everything else has to wait, buy this first, then build the rest of your plan around it. And if you think the 1022 is the smallest piece on this list, you're wrong. The next one is even more and it covers a hole in most people's setup that about 95% of preppers leave wide open. Number 11. Henry Lever Action 350. 7 Magnum. Henry Lever Action chambered in 350. 7 Magnum. This is the rifle a ton of people ignore, and it fixes the biggest ammo problem you don't even realize you've created. Here's the deal. If you carry a .38 Special or 357 Magnum revolver, and you should, and we'll get there, then every round you stock can run through this rifle too. 1 ammo pile, 2 guns. That's household level force multiplication. The Henry Lever Action is built in America, with production centered in Wisconsin these days. American steel, American walnut, American labor. And that action is so slick, you can run it one-handed. Capacity is 10+1 in 357. The rifle weighs under 7 pounds. Out of a 16-inch barrel, 357 Magnum picks up a lot of speed. It stops being just a handgun round and starts acting like a real 200-yard rifle round. New price is around $1,000. That's premium money. But you're buying a rifle that needs no batteries, no optics, no rails, no fuss. Lever guns have been doing work in American hands since 1860. And guess what? It still works because nothing about that concept needed to change. Here's the other big reason this rifle matters. It doesn't look like a war rifle. So if we end up in a world where black rifles get you flagged, searched, or worse, the lever gun blends in. It reads as a hunting rifle, a cowboy rifle, grandpa's rifle, and it'll quietly put meat on the table and drop a threat inside 100 yards without making a spectacle out of it. Number 10. Glock 17 Gen 5. Not the 19, not the 45, the full-size 17-round 9mm Glock 17. And the reason it beats the Glock 19 on this particular list is simple. In a real war scenario, The person who might have to grab your spare pistol probably isn't you. It's your wife, your 17-year-old son, your 65-year-old neighbor who's only shot a handgun twice in his whole life. The Glock 17 gives you the longest sight radius, the softest recoil, the highest capacity, and the most forgiving grip geometry Glock offers in 9mm. Untrained shooters can get hits with it. Glock pistols are one of the most common law enforcement sidearms in the United States, and they're carried by a lot of top-end military and specialized units across the Western world. That reliability isn't vibes, it's documented. Glocks run when wet frozen, buried in sand, dropped, neglected. People have pushed them past 100,000 rounds without swapping parts. A new Glock 17 Gen 5 runs about 550. Magazines are 25. A case of 9mm ball ammo, 1,000 rounds, runs 250. So you're into the most proven combat sidearm on Earth, for under 1,000 total. Every adult under your roof needs to be able to load it, clear it, and fire it. If they can't, your home defense plan has a gap in it. Number 9. Mossberg 512 gauge. Mossberg 512 gauge. This is the pump shotgun that's been made in America non-stop since 1961. And it serves in the United States military in every branch. Right now, inside 50 yards, nothing ends a fight faster than a 12-gauge pump loaded with double-aught buckshot. Those 9.33 caliber pellets leave the barrel at about 1,300 feet per second. And up close, the terminal effect is not survivable. This is the gun your great-granddad protected his home with, and it still works today for one reason. Physics didn't change. North of 11 million Mossberg 500s have been built. Parts are everywhere. Fixing one is simple. And the action is so dependable, the United States Marine Corps adopted a hardened variant called the 590A1 as a standard issue gun. Marines have carried Mossbergs in every conflict since Vietnam. Here's another reason the 500 belongs on this list. Ammo flexibility. One long gun can run birdshot for small game, buckshot for defense, slugs for big game and barrier penetration, and less than lethal rounds for warning shots. Nothing else on this list does all four jobs. A new Mossberg 500 costs about $400. A case of buckshot 250 rounds costs around $300 for 700 total. You've got the most versatile close-range weapon system ever produced. If you don't own a 12-gauge pump, fix that this week. Every American household defense plan starts with one. Stay with me, we're halfway through. And the next 6 firearms are where this turns from collection into a real fighting kit. Number 8 is the rifle that shuts problems down at 600 yards. Number 5 is the battle rifle that won World War II. And number 1 is the gun. A whole lot of American special operations veterans I've talked to keeps within arm's reach in their home right now. Don't click away. Number 8. Remington 700 308. Remington 700 chambered in .308 Winchester, a bolt gun that's been a backbone in modern warfare and law enforcement for decades. And it's still going strong in production today. The Remington 700 is the base for the United States Marine Corps M40 sniper rifle. And the United States Army's M24, it's been in continuous service since 1966. The civilian models are mechanically the same as the military ones. You're basically buying a sniper rifle. The stock and the optic are the main differences. In .308 Winchester, the 700 is effective on man-sized targets out to 800 yards in trained hands. To put that in plain terms, 800 yards is half a mile, and with a basic $200 optic, an average shooter can make consistent hits at 500 yards after one weekend of practice. That kind of reach stops threats before they ever become threats. Another advantage, .308 Winchester is the most common military rifle cartridge in the Western world, NATO standard, American hunting standard. When ammo starts drying up, .308 stays available longer than almost everything, except 9mm and 12 gauge. A new Remington 700 runs around $800. Throw a vortex or loophole scope on for 400. 1200 total gets you a half-mile precision rifle. This is what you keep for the long-distance problem. The threat at the tree line, the vehicle rolling toward your property. The shot you do not want to take up close. Every prepared household needs one. Number 7. Smith & Wesson 686 350 7 Magnum. Smith & Wesson 686 revolver chambered in 357 Magnum. The wheel gun that doesn't jam, the handgun that still fires when everything else is choking. Here's the truth. The semi-auto fanboys hate to hear. Revolvers don't malfunction the way semi-autos do. No magazine spring to weaken. No slide to short stroke. No feed ramp to gunk up. You press the trigger. Cylinder turns. Hammer falls. Round goes off. If one doesn't fire, press again. The next one goes. Try that with a Glock when a magazine spring gives up. The 686 has been around since 1980. Stainless frame 4-inch or 6-inch barrel options. 7 rounds of 357 Magnum in the cylinder. 357 is one of the most effective defensive handgun cartridges ever made, and the same revolver can also run the lighter 38 Special. So one gun can draw from 2 different ammo supplies. This is the pistol you hand the family member who only trains twice a year. It's the one you leave with the older parent living alone. It's the safe backup you don't stress about, because it'll still run in 5 years whether you babied it or not. New price is around $900. It'll outlive you, it'll outlive your grandkids. And in a war scenario, when polymer pistols start failing, the wheel gun keeps firing. Number 6. Glock 19 Gen 5. Glock 19 Gen 5. The most carried concealed handgun on earth, and the pistol every adult in your household should have on their hip when they step off the property. The Glock 17 we already talked about is your home defense pistol. The 19 is your daily carry pistol, compact frame 4-inch barrel, 15 round capacity. It hits the sweet spot for concealment, capacity, and shootability in a way no other handgun has matched in 40 years. In a war or civil breakdown situation, you don't stop carrying a pistol when you walk out the front door. You start carrying one every minute you're awake. The Glock 19 is the gun you practice with, run errands with federal air marshals, FBI agents, Navy SEAL units, and the majority of plainclothes American law enforcement carry the 19 for one reason. It's the most balanced fighting pistol ever produced. A new Glock 19 Gen 5 runs about $550. Buy 2. One is your primary carry, one is pure redundancy. Because in a real scenario, every firearm needs a backup of the exact same model. So parts match, magazines match, holsters match. This pistol isn't exciting, it isn't exotic. That's exactly why it's here. War kits aren't built on excitement. They're built on what works every single time. If you're still here, you're already in the small percentage of gun owners who actually take preparation seriously. Most people clicked off by minute 4. The next 5 guns are the core of this loadout. Stay with me. Number 5. Springfield M1A 308. Springfield M1A chambered in .308 Winchester. The civilian version of the M14 battle rifle that has served the United States military from 1959 to the present day. Yes, present day. M14 variants are still being used right now as designated marksman rifles in the United States Army and Marine Corps. This rifle bridges the gap between the AR-15 and the bolt gun. Semi-automatic 20-round magazine. Full power .308, effective to 600 yards on man-sized targets, even without optics. Add optics, and 800 yards is realistic. Why the M1 matters in a war loadout? .308 Winchester gives you a better chance against barriers and some armor setups that can stop lighter rounds like 5.56. It punches through vehicle glass, and it handles a lot of light cover that an AR-15 struggles with. When the threat is armored or hiding behind a car door, 55.6 isn't enough. 308 is a new Springfield M1. A standard runs around $2,000. That's real money. But you're buying a battle rifle in one of the most proven semi-automatic platforms in American military history. And the woodstock versions, like the loaded model, can even pass for a hunting rifle to the untrained eye. That matters when black rifles draw attention. This is the rifle for the man of the house, the one who hands the AK to the wife, the AR to the son, and keeps the heaviest cartridge for himself. The M1A was built for that job. Number 4. Ruger Mini 14, the semi-automatic rifle that gives you AR-15 capability, in a package that does not look like an AR-15. The Mini 14 is chambered in 55.6 NATO, or 223 Remington. It takes 20 or 30 round magazines. It's been in continuous production since 1973. Inside, the action is basically a scaled-down version of the M14, proven, simple, reliable. Why it's on this list is strategic. Period. If the government, law enforcement, or hostile civilians start hunting for so-called assault weapons, the Mini 14 doesn't scream danger visually. Woodstock. Traditional hunting profile. No pistol grip on the standard model. It looks like a ranch rifle. A varmint rifle. That's the point. Inside 200 yards, the Mini 14 does the same work as an AR-15. Same cartridge, same effective range, same terminal performance. What you give up is modularity and accuracy past 300 yards. A new Mini 14 runs around 1,200. Magazines are 25. This is the rifle you keep in the truck, in the cabin, in the backup safe. It's the rifle you hand a family member who's intimidated by the look of a black rifle. And in the worst-case scenario, it might be the one that doesn't get confiscated when the others do. Number 3. Benelli M4 12-gauge. The combat shotgun adopted by the United States Marine Corps in 1999. Still in active service today, this is not a hunting shotgun, not a sporting clays gun. The Benelli M4 is a fighting weapon designed for the ugliest environments on Earth: saltwater, sand, mud, sub-zero cold, urban combat. Marines carried it through Iraq and Afghanistan, and they still run it in special operations units worldwide. The M4 uses a unique gas system called auto-regulating gas operation. It cycles everything from low-power buckshot to full-power slugs without adjustment. Semi-automatic fire, 7+1 standard capacity. Extended tubes exist. Ghost ring sights are standard. Picatinny rail is standard. A new Benelli M4 runs around 2,200. Yes, that's more than 3 times the Mossberg 500. Here's why it earns that price. The Benelli M4 is the only shotgun on this list that's rated for sustained combat use. Tens of thousands of rounds without quitting. Marines have run these in conditions that kill most civilian shotguns. If the Mossberg 500 is your home defense shotgun, the Benelli M4 is your fighting shotgun. The one that goes outside the wire, the one you carry when you don't know what you're walking into. Every serious household defense plan in 2020s. 6 includes 1. Number 2. A K-47 Zastava Z-PAP M70. Specifically, the Zastava Z-PAP M70 imported from Serbia, or a quality American-built version. This is the rifle carried by guerrillas, freedom fighters, and conscript armies worldwide since 1947. Here's the case for the AK over the AR in a true war scenario. 7.62 by 39 is one of the most widely produced rifle cartridges in human history. It has an enormous global footprint. When supply chains break, the caliber most likely to stay available isn't always 5.56. A lot of times, it's 7.62 by 39. The AK runs on the world's ammunition, and it does something the AR can struggle with. It runs dirty, it runs wet, it runs frozen. It runs after being packed with sand. The looser tolerances that can make the AK less accurate than the AR are the same tolerances that keep it functioning when other rifles stop. When you're not cleaning your rifle every day, the AK keeps shooting. A solid Zastava M70 runs about 1,000 magazines or 15. A case of 7.62 by 39 runs about 350. For under 1,500 total, you've got a battle-proven rifle tied to a global ammo supply. This is the rifle you still have when the AR goes down. The backup that turns into the primary every American war loadout in 2026 needs at least one. Number 1, AR-15. Mil-spec quality tier. Built to military specification. Bravo Company Daniel Defense, Geisele, or equivalent quality tier. Not the $700 economy special, the $1,500 fighting rifle. I know what some of you are thinking. The AR has been on every list for 30 years. It's boring. It's obvious. It's the same rifle every gun magazine puts at number 1. And that's exactly why it's number 1 here. Because when you strip away the noise and you talk to men who've actually fought modern wars, special operations, veterans, contractors, police officers who've been in real gunfights, they all end up carrying the same rifle. The AR-15 5.56 NATO has been the dominant United States service rifle direction since the 1960s, and it's been the standard ever since. The platform has been in service for over 60 years. Every part swaps, everything fits, every optic, light, sling, and magazine ever made for the platform still works on the rifle you buy today. No other rifle on Earth has that level of parts availability and modularity. And the AR is the most accurate semi-automatic rifle in this entire loadout. With a 16-inch barrel and a basic red dot, an average shooter can hold 2-inch groups at 100 yards after one afternoon of training. With a magnified optic 4-inch groups at 300 yards are realistic. That's precision, rifle-style performance out of a fighting platform. Here's what the AR-15 gives you that nothing else on this list can match. Accuracy, modularity, weight capacity, recoil control. A loaded AR with 30 rounds weighs under 8 pounds. A trained shooter can dump that magazine into a man-sized target at 100 yards in under 10 seconds. No bolt gun can do that, no AK can do that, no battle rifle can do that. Now here's the part most viewers miss. The AR-15 is the rifle a whole lot of special operations veterans I've talked to keep within arm's reach at home. Not locked in the safe, not buried in the basement within reach. There's a reason guys who've used basically every rifle on Earth in real combat come home and stage an AR in their bedroom, because when it matters most, it works every time. A quality mil-spec AR-15 runs $1,500 to $2,000. Magazines are 15. A case of 5.56 1,000 rounds runs about 400. For under 3,000 total, you own the most refined fighting rifle in American history. If you only own one rifle for the worst day in American history, own this one. Train with it. Stage it. Trust it. It's the rifle that came home with the men who came home. That's the loadout. 12 firearms. Ruger 1022, Henry lever action, Glock 17, Mossberg 500, Remington 700, Smith & Wesson 686, Glock 19, Springfield M1, a Ruger Mini 14, Benelli M4, AK-47, AR-15, not 20, not 50, 12. If you already own most of these, you're ahead of 95% of American gun owners. If you only own 3 or 4, start filling the gaps this month, not next year, this month. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 12 are already in your safe? Drop the numbers in the comments. And if you'd add a 13th, what would it be? I read every single comment. If this list helped you, hit subscribe. Next week, I'm breaking down the only 5 calibers Americans should be stockpiling right now, and the one cartridge most preppers are wasting their money on. You don't want to miss it. Stay ready, stay sharp, and never get caught unprepared.